Time now for your forewarned weather.
Good afternoon, Utah. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the work week. It's December 1st, and we got a storm system moving through the Beehive State, and we have another one arriving this weekend. The one today is going to impact the entire state, where we could see scattered showers up and down the Beehive State. One of those spots that could find wet weather is St. George, and you look off in the distance, and it looks like there's a very good chance that within the next 30 minutes to an hour, we could actually find some rain down in St. George, while just about everybody else north of Cedar City will mainly see snow showers for today. And one thing that we absolutely love to see, December 1st, folks taking runs and snow coming down at our resorts. This is the view from Park City Mountain, with folks getting in line to come down the mountain, and there's plenty more snow on the way that Mother Nature will be providing over the next 72 hours. Right now, temperatures are mainly in the 30s. St. George, you're one of the warmer spots, currently checking in with a temperature of 48. We have scattered showers across the state. Southwestern Utah has a decent amount of showers, but because of our limited radar coverage, we're likely looking at least some snow between Beaver and Nephi, even though it's hard for the radars to see into that portion of the state. We've also seen some scattered rain and snow in southeastern Utah this morning, and we're also watching a batch of showers moving through the Wasatch Front. Now, there is a decent chance that after this batch moves through, we actually get a little bit of a break throughout the heart of the afternoon. And then the wet weather is likely going to ramp right back up heading into this evening, especially in northern Utah. So here's a look at the bigger picture of what's happening in the atmosphere. Right now, we have a shortwave trough that's currently moving its way through the Beehive State. And once this clears the state, we'll likely get a switch in the winds, which will likely help with the inversion haze. But this is enough to bring us the chance for those scattered showers statewide. Then you can see more showers stretching back towards Idaho, and then another storm system coming into the Pacific Northwest, both of which have sights set on the Beehive State, which means over the next 72 hours, we will be looking at active weather, especially for the northern two-thirds of the state starting tomorrow, while today will bring that chance statewide. So we have winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories that are now in place. The winter storm warnings that we have for the Wasatch Back and the Wasatch Mountains will continue more or less through Sunday night, while the winter weather advisories, including the Wasatch Front, those are going to be in effect through Sunday morning. Expecting some very healthy accumulations for our mountains, 20 inches plus for the Wasatch Mountains, 10 inches plus for the western Uintas, while we could see 6 inches plus for the central mountains. When you go down to our valleys, it gets a little bit tricky, because as we go into Saturday and Sunday, our winds are going to switch out of the southwest, and we'll see our temperature start to climb. And by Sunday, we could be talking about valley rain and mountain snow. Let's go ahead and walk you through it here on the Futurecast. Started at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and the Futurecast showing a good chance for showers right along the I-15 corridor. And I mentioned that those showers will move from west to east, but then we have that next batch of showers moving in heading into this evening at 7 o'clock, where along the Wasatch Front, we could be dealing with a little bit of a slippery commute for this Friday evening. And then we could see another break during the overnight, all for things to ramp up tomorrow morning. Over the next few days, this isn't going to be nonstop wet weather 100% of the time, but it will come in waves, likely continuing through Saturday into our Sunday. And as those temperatures begin to climb with more of that southwesterly flow, you'll start to see more green on the map. And I think on Sunday, we're looking at a good chance of valley rain and mountain snow, with that chance gradually dwindling from Sunday night into Monday morning. And then by Monday afternoon, high pressure will begin to establish itself, looking at calmer conditions early next week, as daytime highs are likely going to be above our seasonal averages. Here's a look at the snow elevation as we go throughout this weekend. For today and for tonight, we're mainly going to be talking about that snow level being on the valley floor in northern Utah. Then that southwesterly flow begins to crank in, and we'll start to see that snow line begin to climb, and on Sunday could very well be at 6,000 feet or even above that point, which means our healthiest accumulations through the next 3 days will be above 6,000 feet. But on the benches, we also could see some pretty good accumulations along with some of those typically colder valleys. This is the snow scale right here, where you see these reds, that's 25 inches plus, and you can see our latest run of forecast from our forecast model showing that we could see over 2 feet for some of our northern Utah mountains. Here's what we're currently thinking based on the latest data. For the Cottonwood Canyons, we could end up between 18 and 36 inches. That's 1.5 to 3 feet. There are some forecast models, not all, some forecast models that suggest that if everything comes together, we maybe see a little bit more than that. Of course, we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll take as much snow as we can get. Northern mountains, 15 to 30, central mountains, 8 to 16. And you'll notice that with the main emphasis being in northern Utah, that's where the healthiest accumulations will be, while the southern mountains, we are still expecting at least 2 to 6, mainly for today into tonight. Northern valleys, 1 to 6, Cache in the benches 4 to 10. Mountain valleys between 8 and 16. Isolated maybe up to 20. And the I-15 corridor from Nephi down to Cedar City, we could end up with 1 to 4 inches, with most of that generally happening from today into tonight. Daytime highs across the state mainly going to be in the 30s and 40s. And in St. George, that'll lead the way, coming in with a high of 52. And we'll also be looking at that chance of rain showers today, with maybe even a few rumbles of thunder thrown in there. In St. George, isolated rain today, and with the wet weather continuing in northern Utah, we'll likely see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies in St. George through the weekend. Then with high pressure early next week, daytime highs in the low 60s, mostly sunny skies. Early next week looks lovely down in St. George. Then along the Wasatch Front, a good chance for snow showers for both today, tonight, tomorrow. Then the chance of valley rain and mountain snow on Sunday before we see the chance for wet weather dwindle early next week. And with high pressure in control, partly cloudy skies with daytime highs climbing into the mid and upper 40s by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Brian, Jillian.